at 380,000 now, at 380,000, at 380,000 in the event, 380,000, last call, 380,000, last call for any further interest of 380,000, we'll pass that in, move on to lot number 76, moving on to lot number 76. Lot number 76. 2017 Toyota Hiace Commuter. Who's going to start me out at 600,000? At 600,000. Absolute bargain at 6. At 600,000 now. At 600,000. At 600,000. Who's going to start me out at 520? At 520. At 520,000 to start. Looking at 520 and 520 and 520 now. At 520,000 now. At 520. Who starts me out at 520 and 520 and 520 and 520 now? At 520,000. Last call for the interest of 520,000. We'll move on to lot number 77. Lot number 77, the Suzuki Terra. Looking for over here, who's going to start me out? Suzuki Terra. Who starts me out at 700,000? At 700,000, who's going to start me out at 580? At 580,000. At 580,000 to start, at 580, at 580, at 580, at 580 now. At 580,000 now. At 580,000. At 580,000, at 580,000, at 580,000, at 580,000, we take a 580, at 580, at 580, at 580, at 580,000, at 580,000, last call. We'll pass that and move on to lot number 78. Lot number 78, we've got the 2016 Coach Trans Van. Looking for an opening bid, who starts me out at 400, at 400,000, at 400,000, who starts me out at 350, at 350, at 350,000 now. At 350,000 to start, at 350, at 350, at 350, at 350 now. At 350,000, at 350,000, at 350,000, at 350,000, at 350,000, last call. We'll pass that in, move on to our next lot. Moving on to lot number 79. Lot number 79, we've got a 2020 Nissan Terra. Looking for an opening bid. Who's going to start me out for the Nissan Terra, top of the line SUV? Best seller, ladies and gents. Automatic transmission, 26,000 kilometers on the clock. Who's going to start me out at 1,050,000 pesos? At 1,050,000. At 1,050,000 to start, looking at 1,050,000. At 1,050,000. Who starts me out at 860,000? 860,000. At 860,000 to start, looking at 860,000 now. At 860,000 now. At 860,000 now. At 860,000 now. At 860,000 to start, looking at 860 at 860,000 now. 860 on the phone. 880 outside 9. At 900,000 now. At 900. It's outside looking at 900,000 now. At 900,000 we take the 9. At 900,000 now. At 900 we take the 9. 900 on the phone. 900 here. 910. I'll make it 910 for everybody. 910. At 910. At 910. It's 900 on the phone. 910. Yes. At 910. At 910. 920. At 920. At 920. It's with George over the 920. At 920. At 920 now. At 920 we take 920. Don't miss out at 920. At 920,000 now. At 920 we take the 920. At 920. At 920. At 920 it's with George over the 920. 920 on the phone. 930. At 930. At 930. At 930 we take the 930. At 930. At 930 an absolute bargain at 930,000 now. Absolute bargain at 930, we take it 930 at 930 at 930 now. At 930, yes, 930, I'll put it for sale at 940. At 940, it's for sale at 940. The gavel is up at 940 at 940 at 940 now. At 940, it's with George on the 940 at 940 at 940 at 940 at 940 now. At 940,000, we take it 940. 940 in time, 950. At 950. At 950, still an absolute bargain at 950,000 now. Look at that unit. At 950,000 now. At 950, we take 950, 950, 950 now. At 950,000 now. At 950, it's on the phone, number 950, we take 950, 950. Absolute bargain at 950,000. Yes, no, maybe 950,000. Yes, no, maybe 950. Absolute bargain at 950. Still bargain 950,000. It's for sale, the gavel is up. The bids are coming on the phone, number 950,000. At 950,000. Last call, all on number 950,000. At 950,000. At 950, at 950, at 950, at 950, at 950, at 950, we take 950, 950, 950 now. At 950, at 950, accepted 960, at 960, it's outside number 960 at 960 now. At 960,000 now. At 960, we take 960. At 960,000 now. At 960, we take it to 960. All in all done, ladies and gents. It's for sale. The gavel's up. 960 on the phone, 970. At 970,000 now. At 970, we take it to 970, 970, 970, 970 now. All in all done at 970,000. It's for sale. The gavel is up. It's on the phone at 970,000 going once. At 970,000 over south going twice. So 960,000 phone bidder, bidder number 408. Bidder number 408. Bidder on to lot number 80. Lot number 80 for you racing enthusiasts out there. We've got a 1994 Mitsubishi Lancer. Who starts me out? Who starts me out at 275,000? At 275,000 to start. At 275 to start. Who starts me out at 180? At 180,000 now. At 180 to start. At 180 to start. At 180 to start. At 180 to start. At 180, 180, 180, 180 now. At 180,000 now. At 180,000 last call. Last call for the interest, ladies and gents, at 180,000. Next up, the Montreal. Next lot. And on to lot number 81. Coming on now, we've got the Isuzu aluminum bands. These ones just go forever, ladies and gents. Very reliable units. What the aluminum band is going to start me out at 450. At 450,000 to start. At 450. At 450,000 to start. At 450 to start. Who's going to start me out? Let's start out at 180. At 180,000 to start. At 180,000 to start. At 180,000, absolute bargain of 100. 180,000. At 180,000. At 180,000 to start. At 180,000 to start. At 180,000 to start at 180. At 180,000 absolute bargain, ladies and gents, at 180,000 now. At 180,000 now. As you can see, it's a former HMR vehicle. At 180,000 now. At 180,000 to start, looking for 180 or 180 or 180 or 180 now. At 180,000 now. At 180,000 now. At 180,000 last call. I'll put it up to 150. I'm having such a good day at 160. At 160 now. It's at 150, 160, 170. Back to you, sir, at 170. At 170? Yes, at 170, 180. It's with HE looking 180 or 180 or 180 now. At 180,000. At 180, we take at 180 or 180 or 180 now. At 180. At 180,000 now. At 180,000 now. At 180,000, we take at 180 or 180 or 180 or 180,000 now. Absolute bargain. I'll put it up for sale. I've gone crazy. At 180,000 now. It's for sale, sir. 180, we have 190. At 190, the gavel is up. At what gavel is up? 190, 190, 180, 190 now. At 190,000 now. The gavel is up. It's for sale. 190,000 now. At 190,000 now. At 190,000 now. Once in a lifetime bargain. 190,000. 190 outside at 200. At 200,000 now. At 200,000 now. I'm bid 190 outside of 200,000 now. Last call, sir. An absolute bargain at 200,000. Yes, sir, maybe. At 200,000 going once. It's for sale at 200,000 going twice. So 190,000 bid number 301. Moving on to lot number 82. Number 82. Coming off the screen, ladies and gents, for the remainder of our units, we will sell these off the screen.
2020 Hyundai Reina. It's lot number 15. My apologies. It's lot number 15. Lot number 15, 2020 Suzuki Desire. We're lot number 15. Starting at 320,000. At 320, anyone at 320,000? At 320,000. Who can start me at 200? At 200,000. At 200,000, anyone at 2? At 200,000. At 200,000. At 200,000, anyone at 200? At 200,000. 200, now at 220. At 220, 220, now at 240. At 240,000. At 240,000. 240,000, 260 now, at 260, at 260,000, at 280 now, at 280, at 280,000, bid online, looking for 280,000, at 280, at 280,000, at 280,000, anyone 280, at 280,000, at 280,000, at 280,000, anyone at 280, at 280,000, at 280,000, bid online, looking for 280,000, at 280, at 280,000, bid a bid at 280, at 280,000, at 280,000, anyone at 280, at 280,000, at 280,000, at 280,000, last call at 280,000, last call at 280,000, 280,000, last call. Next lot. Lot number 14, lot number 14, going back to lot number 14, 2020, Hyundai Reina. Starting at 400,000, at 400,000, anyone at 400, at 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000, who can start me at 380,000, at 380,000, anyone at 380, at 380,000, at 380,000. Who can start me at 280,000, at 280,000, at 280,000, anyone at 280, at 280,000, at 280,000, anyone at 280,000, any interest at 280,000, any interest at 280,000, last call at 280,000, yes, 300 now, at 300, at 300,000, at 300,000, anyone at 300, at 300,000, at 300,000, anyone anywhere at 300, at 300,000, at 300,000, anyone at 300, at 300,000, last call at 300,000, any interest at 300,000, last call at 300,000. Next lot. Lot number 16, 2019 Toyota Vios. Starting at 460,000. At 460,000, anyone at 460. At 460,000, who can start me at 340,000. At 340, now at 360. At 360,000. At 360,000, anyone at 360. At 360,000. At 360,000, anyone at 360,000. At 360,000, bid with Ken, looking for 360. At 360,000. At 360,000. At 360,000, any interest at 360,000. Any interest at 360,000. Last call at 360,000, 360, now at 380, at 380,000, at 380,000, at 380, at 380,000, at 380,000, anyone at 380, bid online looking for 380,000, at 380,000, at 380,000, last call at 380,000. Last call at 380, now at 4, at 4, at 400, at 400,000, at 400,000, anyone at 4, at 4, at 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000. Bid online looking for 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000, anyone at 400, at 400, at 400,000, at 400,000, anyone at 400, at 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000, sir, at 400. Bid online looking for 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000, at 400,000. Bid online looking for 400, at 400,000, at 400,000. Last call at 400,000. Last call at 400,000. Next lot. Lot number 17, lot number 17, 2018 Ford EcoSport. Starting at 300,000. At 300,000, anyone at 300? At 300,000. At 300,000. At 300,000. Who can start me at 220,000? At 220,000, anyone at 220? At 220,000. At 220,000, anyone at 220? At 220,000. At 220,000. At 220,000, anyone at 220? 220, now at 240. At 240,000, 240, now at 260. At 260,000. At 260,000. At 260,000, bid online looking for 260. At 260,000. At 260,000, anyone at 260. At 260,000. At 260,000. At 260,000, anyone at 260. At 260,000. At 260,000, bid online looking for 260,000. At 260,000. At 260,000. Any further interest at 260,000? Last call at 260,000. Last call at 260,000. Next lot. Lot number 18. Lot number 18. 2021 Nissan Urban.
Walang ibang nag-bid pa. Tapos yung presale nyo na 3.
Starting at
Magpapas pa sa
940,000. At 940,000. Anyone at 940? At 940,000. Who can start me at 800,000? At 800,000. Anyone at 800? At 800,000. At 800,000. At 800,000. Any further interest at 800,000? Any interest at 800,000? 8 now at 820. At 820,000. At 820,000. At 820,000. At 820,000. Anyone at 820? At 820,000. At 820,000. Any interest at 820,000? Any interest at 820,000? Last call at 820,000. We're still below reserve, looking for 820,000. Last call at 820,000. Next lot. Lot number 19. Lot number 19. 2018 Mitsubishi L300. Starting at 560,000. At 560,000. Anyone at 560? At 560,000. Who can start me at 440,000? At 440,000. At 440,000. Anyone at 440? At 440,000. At 440,000. Anyone at 440? At 440,000. At 440,000. At 440,000. 440 now at 460. At 460,000. At 460,000. Anyone at 460? At 460,000. Bid outside looking for 460. At 460,000. At 460,000. At 460,000, anyone at 460. At 460,000, any interest at 460,000? Any interest at 460,000? Last call at 460,000. Last call at 460,000. Next lot. Lot 20, 2018 Mitsubishi Montero Sport. Starting at 880,000. At 880,000. Anyone at 880? At 880,000. Who can start me at 760,000? At 760,000. Anyone at 760? At 760. At 760,000. At 760,000. Anyone at 760? At 760,000. At 760,000. At 760,000. Any interest at 760,000? Any interest at 760,000? Last call at 760,000. Last call. Next lot. Lot number 21. Lot number 21. 2020 Toyota Vios. Starting at 560,000. At 560,000, anyone at 560. At 506,000, who can start me at 440,000? At 440,000. At 440. At 440,000. At 440, anyone at 440. At 440,000. At 440,000, anyone at 440. At 440,000. At 440,000, anyone? Any interest at 440,000? Any interest at 440,000? Last call at 440,000. Last call. 440, now at 460. At 460,000. At 460,000. At 460,000, anyone at 460. At 460,000. At 460,000, anyone at 460. At 460,000, still below reserve, looking for 460. At 460,000. At 460,000, any interest at 460,000? Last call at 460, now at 480. At 480,000. At 480,000. At 480,000, anyone at 480. At 480,000. At 480,000. At 480,000. At 480,000, still below reserve, looking for 480. At 480,000. At 480,000, any interest at 480,000? Last call at 480,000. Last call. Next lot, lot number 22. Lot number 22. We have 2020 Hyundai H100. Starting at 700,000. At 700,000, anyone at 700. At 700,000. At 700,000, who can start me at 580,000. At 580. At 580,000, anyone at 580. At 580,000. At 580,000. At 580,000, any interest at 580,000? Any interest at 580,000? Last call at 580,000. Last call. Next lot. Lot number 23, 2019 Suzuki Swift. Starting at 360,000. At 360,000, anyone at 360. At 360,000. At 360,000, who can start me at 240,000. At 240,000. At 240,000, anyone at 240. At 240,000. At 240,000, anyone at 240. At 240,000. At 240,000. At 240,000, anyone at 240. At 240,000. Any interest at 240,000? Last call at 240,000. 240, now at 260. At 260,000. At 260,000, anyone at 260. At 260,000. At 260,000, anyone at 260. At 260,000. At 260,000. At 260,000, still below reserve, looking for 260. At 260,000. At 260,000, any interest at 260,000? Last call at 260,000. Last call. Next lot. Lot number 24. Lot number 24. 2019 Mitsubishi Expander. Starting at 660,000. At 660,000, anyone at 660. At 660,000. At 660,000, who can start me at 540,000? At 540,000, anyone at 540, at 540,000, at 540,000, at 540,000, anyone at 540, at 540,000, at 540, 540, now at 560, at 560,000, at 560,000, at 560,000, anyone at 560, at 560,000, at 560,000, anyone at 560, at 560,000, any interest at 560,000, any interest at 560,000, 560, now at 580, at 580,000, at 580,000, anyone at 580, at 580,000, still below reserve, looking for 580, at 580,000, at 580,000, at 580,000, any interest at 580,000, last call at 580,000, last call at 580,000, next lot. Lot number 25, 2013, Hyundai Elantra. Starting at 220,000, at 220,000, at 220,000, anyone at 220. Who can start me?